When warping a tapestry loom with a continuous warp, there's a particular knot that's helpful to use on the warping bar. In this video, I'm going to show you what a continuous warp is and how to make that knot. A continuous warp is one that can be turned around a tensioned tapestry loom so that your finished tapestry can actually be longer than the loom is high. Usually these looms are warped using a warping bar. This provides a spot to tie the beginning and ending of the warp and also gives you something sturdy to help you turn the tapestry around the loom without distorting it. Most Murex looms and the shacked Eris loom use this sort of warping configuration. The warp is wrapped all the way around the loom, and a bar is used to stabilize the weaving as you turn it and to provide a place to start and end the warp threads. I demonstrate the warping of these looms in my online course, Warp and Weft, Learning the Structure of Tapestry. Making that final knot around the warping bar can be a struggle, especially if knots are frustrating for you. It is important to be able to get that last warp tight though, so let's look at how to make that knot. At the beginning of the warping process, the knot just needs to be secured to the warping bar in a way that it won't loosen. I use the same knot I use at the end, but it's snugged all the way up against the bar. If you want to use a plain old square knot here, you certainly can. It just needs to not move and stay tight. The knot at the end of the warp is important. This is the one that you really want to be able to adjust so you can make sure that your last selvage thread is tight. For this, I use a double half-hitch knot that actually slides up the warp and holds. This allows me to tension it as much as I need. It's the very same knot I use for my guy lines on my tarps and tents that I take backpacking. The knot slides along that last warp to tighten and it holds securely. Here's how to make that knot. Now I have my whole loom warped and I've used a bit of blue tape. Blue tape is your friend here at the top of the loom to hold the warp, last warp under tension so everything is even as I tie that last knot. Let's turn the loom around and look at how to tie this final tricky little knot. Here's the back of the loom. Let's trim off this warp and leave enough so that we can tie the knot here around the warping bar. And then I'll show you the knot again on a little bit bigger loom so you can maybe see better. When you trim off the end, make sure you leave, plenty to work with. We're going to bring the warp down and around the warping bar. It actually doesn't matter if you brought it under and this way, whichever works best for you. I'm going to bring it up around the bar. Now, the trick here is that this warp is what you're going to tie the knot around. Pretend that this warp is stiff, like it's a dowel or something that doesn't bend. You want the warp to stay straight, and the knot is created with the tail. So we want to take the tail around, make it loop over to the side. Here I'm going to the left. It doesn't matter, you go right or left, you just do it the same both ways. So make a loop, go around that warp and under where you came across. And then I'm just going to make that a little tighter and then do the same thing again. So around to the left, under. So I've made a little, like a lowercase d there. Pull that down. Remember, this warp is staying tight, and I'm tightening that knot together against itself. This warp stayed straight the whole time, almost like it wasn't involved in the knot. The knot is made around that warp. And now if I grab this vertical warp that I wanted to stay straight, I can slide that knot up the warp, and that's how you tighten it. That's how you keep that last warp tensioned so it's nice and tight. You can fuss with it so that you make the knot closer to the warping bar, but on a Murex, it doesn't matter because this is all going to be waste anyway. The warping bar will come down at the bottom of the loom, but this knot will be under the loom. It won't be in your weaving. Let's look at this again with a little bit bigger loom. Here's that last knot on a shacked Arras loom or Arras. I've brought the last warp up around the bar. Again, I put some blue tape up at the top of the loom to hold this in place so I don't have to worry about the tension when I'm tying the knot. So in this case, I'm making the knot with the warp going down. It doesn't matter if it ends up or down. In this case, the warp is coming from the bottom, and I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I want the warp to stay tight as if it was almost like if it was a piece of metal or something stiff. And I'm going to move this over so you can see it better. Make a loop over to the left and make the knot around and inside. And then I do that one more time below. A loop over to the left, bring the tail through, and then I want the warp to stay straight as I tighten it, and these two little loops come together to create the knot. And then that knot can slide. So I'm holding the warp that I want tight, and I'm sliding the knot down the warp to tension it. And that gives me a nice tight last warp, and that knot will hold. And it's actually adjustable as you go forward. Let's look at this one more time. This is a much thicker warp, so hopefully you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Again, let's do this one with the warp coming from the top, and I'm going to tie the knot so that the knot slides up this warp. So I come around the warping bar. Remember, again, this is the string we want to stay tight. Make a loop over to the left and around and under. So it makes a loop that looks like this. Then over to the left, around and under. Half hitch times 2. Then I'm just going to tighten those two halves against each other. Make them fairly tight. It looks like that. And then I grab this part that's supposedly stiff. This is the warp coming down, and I slide this knot up to make it tight. And there is my double half hitch with an adjustable tensioning at the edge.